Yo guys. So yeah, this is gonna be like a full arena commentary with like breaks and what I look at and what I try to understand when happening and why I do the shit I do sometimes. Um and I'm just gonna start it, okay? I'm gonna pause like when I see something like I could explain it maybe. So yeah, right here I'm thinking if I should go Counter-Strike and like do Counter-Strike on their burst, and I was also thinking going Vim and Vigor if they're gonna train somebody else than me. Usually people usually I think this is 1800. I'm not sure. It's the first games of the season. I haven't really pushed yet. Pushed whatever. I don't push anyway. I just play for fun. Um, Sometimes I play for more, but I just play with friends. Doesn't matter. So I try to think or predict if they go on me or not at the start of the game. That's a TSG with the shaman, which shaman is really good right now. So they will probably try to train my ass, because I'm pretty tanky, but I'm also pretty squishy. If I get like stunned without RSham, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm thinking about it, and I actually choose calming. So calming, it's the one when you get kicked, and they do have a lot of kicks. You get like half a second interrupt. So basically, if you like spam cast yourself and you get kicked, the next cast will start almost immediately. So it's not really a big deal if you get kicked. You pretty much won't die if you don't get stunned or gripped, stuff like that. And they do have like wind shear, pommel, and the decay can grip you, but that's not a kick. But you can spirit walker graze that if you fake the mind freeze or the pet kick. Probably the next one will be grip, like usually the last one. Some decays actually start with the grip, and some just finish with the grip, just to kill you off. Usually most of the decays I fought against, they usually like to grip last. So gripping last also means that you can't jump away, or if you try to jump away, he will get the grip 100%. So I usually try to spirit walker grace after all the kicks, and only the grip being left. Okay, so moving on. Many kicks, calming waters. Okay, I also wanted to maybe go undulation. It's really good, like we're spamming stuff. But Riptide is too powerful, it's being buffed. I also took electrocute, since grounding is what would I ground? I would ground maybe the decay stun, or maybe the shear, or maybe the mind freeze, or maybe the hex. But he won't hex the Boomkin, so he's gonna be in a form anyway, so I'll just get decursed. So I'll just take electrocute, which means more pressure. The other combination that is fairly powerful, it's voodoo mastery plus voodoo totem, and you could voodoo totem their goals, like the war pops battle cry and all heals cooldowns avatar whatever. You can actually voodoo totem that opener, and you would mitigate like maybe 1 sec or 2 sec of his mortal strike, and that could be pretty huge actually. It actually matters sometimes. But since I'm not really like tryharding much, I'm just going for fast games, I took electrocute. It's pretty powerful. It used to be even more powerful versus druids, but now it's okay. It's a decent choice. Anyway, if you wanna go like full try hard with no pun intended, with like stopping damage, voodoo mastery and voodoo totem would be like a great solution, and maybe even capstan. But I'm pretty sure the warrior is playing shockwave. I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, so moving on. They blah 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 something, doesn't matter. Let's ignore that. If I would be in Orc, I would play Relentless, no questions. I'm actually scared of the burst of the Warrior, so I'm playing Trinket. I don't want to get like stun into another stun and then die, you know. I just want to be able to Trinket if I'm really, really in trouble. That's basically the only reason I have Trinket. And yeah, okay. So the game started. My druid blink away. Actually, they didn't pop any cooldowns, so that's not really a great blink. And the shockwave as well, and again they did not pop any cooldowns yet, so not really a great shockwave either. As well as a war banner, that is actually our war banner, because you can see it there and you can also see the buff over here. So that's a pretty vast amount of cooldowns that we used for no reason at all, so ignore that. I'm pretty much gonna talk about my point of view. So I like this position here because I'm fairly away. I would actually go even further back. I should have been around here, but he used grip already, so I wasn't really scared of getting gripped. Here apparently you can see I already queued totem to just be safe. I shouldn't even totem because they didn't use cooldowns yet, but I'm fairly sure they will use soon because they actually got the shockwave off and they got the displacer off. So they should actually pop here because they actually can sit on the bunkin, you know, they can sit on the bunkin. Okay, exactly what I said. The boom is gonna go out of the totem kappa. Okay, he went off the totem. DK popped his cooldowns. The zombies think that's his artifact. Warrior didn't yet. He went back into the totem, that's fine. He also incarned a fear. Okay, I'm chilling. So I got crypt here. I should have stayed a bit further back. I wasn't really watching the DK at this point because I thought he's gonna train the Bomi more and just ignore my ass. In this scenario, I have like two possibilities: to trinket this and you know, just maybe jump away since the DK already gripped. But I'm just gonna sit it because it's only the warrior cooldowns and I'm pretty fairly sure I'm gonna survive that. So that's a bit of game knowledge because you know how much damage they usually do, and yeah, I knew for a fact I won't die in that stun because the DK cooldowns were already down. He wouldn't burst my festering wound, so there wouldn't be artifact burst. So it was only the warrior. There's no dampening, so my you know, my heals after the stun would matter. The shaman actually linked the enemy shaman actually linked the hex, so that was pretty good. They would probably die if he wouldn't do that. But my Boomy awesomely hexed, I mean cloned on top of my hex. I'm not really sure why. And then I just pop and sentence to be on the safe side. Here I should have went towards the enemy shaman and start fretting him with my shears. But I was like, whatever, just we already won. They did their big go. I still have trinket. I only used Ascendance. The other shaman used Ascendance and Link, so we were in a fairly strong position. I don't know why, but the shaman actually came towards me, so I actually got one kick off, I think. Yeah, my add-on said so. I think he's playing actually calming because he cast it right after, like I am right now. Soon trademark. I rooted the shaman doing damage, so that's fine, which may be fine. I'm not actually healing I just jumped around and purged a few. I purged a few times the warrior, and now I'm thinking of going for a hex, and it's like, go for hex. Nah, it's already too late. He would like go away. So I CB'd. They still had some pressure on the druid. I was thinking about the grip stun, but I wasn't really sure if he's gonna do it on me. So yeah, I could have expected, but didn't matter, you know. I still had my Riptide, I still had the totem. He actually gripped in my totem, so I was like, okay, thank you for, you know, gripping into my cooldown. So here you could also already see me hexing. It's actually a late hex, but I would probably get this. Probably. He can mind freeze it and probably even pet stun it, but I'm not sure about the pet stun. I don't think I track it with my add-ons. Usually getting hexes, I like to get them out of like clones instantly. You know, like back a few seasons ago when druids were everywhere, they would clone and then clone, and like in between you would have like half a second or probably even less where you could try spam on ability. Some druids would fuck up and you would get that ability off, and some druids would just time the clone perfectly, and even though you would appear like you know, free, you would still be in a clone while not being in a clone. I know it sounds weird, but that's what was happening. And you can do that the same. I'm not sure if it's a bug or intended. It doesn't matter. It's a thing that you can do, and it's pretty powerful. So as a recap, you can clone, yeah, and then like when it's 1.5 seconds left of that clone, you can start casting another clone, and as soon as that clone expires, a new clone will override it almost instantly. It's like a tiny window, but if you're the guy that's receiving these clones, you cannot actually use anything. You're stuck. You can only like trinket, and you know it's pretty much CC'd still, even though you know it's a tiny little window. It's not actually a window if they time it right. And you can do the same thing with hex. So if it's a clone and it's like 1.5 seconds left of that clone, you can start casting hex, and you would get the perfect timing, and he wouldn't be able to get any spell off. It would be like exactly as another clone. So I usually try to do that, and maybe you guys should try as well. It's pretty powerful, and yeah, that's why maybe Owl Shaman, it's pretty powerful combination. I actually got kicked, feels bad, man. We would have won instantly, but I should start purge, but wouldn't matter because he actually executed the warrior. I got a hex right after. A pretty easy matchup, since they cannot really kill me, and they cannot really kill the Boomkin, since he's a Boomkin which has more armor than a fucking tank, so that's that. But they could trade my warrior and grip him. Oh yeah, this was even lower than I thought. Yeah. So yeah, this is like a tiny commentary, I guess, of a game. I haven't really played this weekend. I was this last weekend I was away, so I had to like check some old games. So this was one of some I had not posted yet. I will try to do more of this type of commentary arena, and probably maybe do like more in one video, but I feel like that would be too much. I don't know. In general, I'm gonna try to do like a mini series, I guess, with a few games you can watch like this with commentary and what I try to watch for and do after the CC, or you know, analyze the arena of what's happening. Maybe I'll go more in depth than this, but yeah, I'll see. I'll just reiterate them and maybe like have a finished product which would be way better than this. And of course, I would love your input. I would love your comments, and maybe, you know, why are you having, I don't know, brain lag, you know, and why aren't you sharing that or that or that, you know. These tiny comments would actually make me improve, and maybe also improve yourself, you know, because you're gonna see errors in my play that you could improve in your play, you know, so we can all be a happier and greater players. So yeah, like and subscribe. If you enjoy this, please leave a comment, say shit, say whatever, say you like it, say what I should do or what you think would be better to add. And yeah, I read pretty much all the comments. I always reply to them, and feels good, man. See ya guys next time. Bye bye.